Now welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
Okay, first story up today. Andy Serkis still wants to delve into Snoke's backstory. Yeah. I mean...
I thought that was Kino Loy. Kidding.
Yeah, he said pretty much it's not, no.
But he wouldn't know that either. They wouldn't tell him. He couldn't say if it was true.
You don't know until the powers that be decide
exactly.
what it is.
But no, I don't think... I'm kidding. I don't
Yes.
think Kino and Snoke are going to be one of the same.
No.
Winky face.
Just like Warwick Davis's character from Solo didn't somehow turn into Wicket.
My God. What a theory.
No. I mean, the most we got out of, Supreme Leader Snoke's backstory in the sequel trilogy is that he greatly influenced Ben Solo's transformation into Kylo Ren and was later revealed in the comics, I believe, to be a homunculus created by Palpatine to serve as a puppet leader for the First Order.
Yes. More or less.
Yes.
He also had a garden in the comics or something.
He likes gardening.
Yeah, it was strange.
Snoke's backstory. Gardener, puppet leader of the First Order, homunculus.
He was also said to see the rise and fall of the Empire as well, which makes no sense. I believe that is in the Force Awakens novelization.
Well, this means he's an old homunculus.
So, you try to figure it out. We also once had
Kino Loy
Pablo
saw the rise and
Hidalgo.
fall of the Empire.
Pablo Hidalgo once said, I believe on Twitter, that he was once handsome, too.
Kino Loy is handsome.
My goodness.
But Andy Serkis is still interested in showing more of Snoke's past. He was talking with Jake's Takes about his Star Wars role Kino Loy and was quick to dispel theories about any relation to the enigmatic Supreme Leader.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I was very concerned for the fans, their rumor mills. The Snoke theories would start flooding in and people would be sort of starting to piece together, well, is Kino Loy related to Snoke? And I have to tell you, he's not. And let's just put that to bed and everyone can not have to go that route. Too late. That's what I have to say.
I did a whole video on it for fun.
Plus, like you said, he wouldn't know.
He wouldn't know. They wouldn't tell.
They just
Plus, he couldn't
decide
say.
Things.
He wouldn't be allowed to say even if it was true.
No,
in fact, he would be encouraged to say otherwise.
That's when he looked at the camera and winked.
You see? Winky face.
So he shifted the conversation away from the sequels and back towards Rogue One, saying how he was such a fan of Tony Gilroy's work on the film, and now, of course, this series leading up to it. He says, I think it's an amazing piece of work. I really do. Tony Gilroy is such a masterful storyteller. I loved Rogue One, and when he approached me to do it, I just thought, I'm sure that people can let me be another character. Snoke is distant enough in terms of his appearance, his being, whatever he represents. This is the opposite end of the spectrum. This is a human character. He has very strong grounding in his environment.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, he does. Snoke and Andy Serkis do not really, vaguely perhaps, don't really look like each other. Nor does Andy Serkis look like an ape named Caesar or a little golem creature or anything else that he's done in CGI.
But does he look like Claw from the Marvel universe?
Yes, he does, actually.
So is that why he got arrested?
Why? I don't even understand where he's going with
He's
this.
Ulysses S. Claw. He did horrible things. I know Ultron.
Oh, you mean I was Kino. I thought you meant Andy Serkis. I'm like, no one's ever, as far as I know, he's never been arrested.
All right, but going back to his role in the sequels, Andy Serkis explained that he would like to further explore his character of Supreme Leader Snoke. I don't think we've seen enough Snoke. I think people love to see more Snoke and really infill the lore behind Snoke.
We saw half as much as we needed. Haha, half. No.
Because I think there's so much fertile ground that has yet to be covered. How does he know things we don't if he says there's fertile ground, or is he just...
I don't think there is anything. That's the problem. I don't think Rian Johnson was said, here, you make it up. And he was like, I'll just cut him out of the movie. I'm sorry, puns.
You are so hilarious.
Thanks.
No, you're really not. Just trying to humor you today.
I know. But no, I think there is nothing for Snoke. I think maybe J.J. Abrams had some ideas that just, again, Rian Johnson didn't care about. Kind of saw him as an obstacle to promoting Kylo to main antagonist of the sequels. And then he got demoted when J.J. took back over.
Maybe if Tony Gilroy wrote Snoke's backstory.
Hey, I'm in. It could be this guy called, I don't know, Kino Loy? No, I'm serious. But all seriousness, a lot of people have no interest in sequels. Obviously, we don't have to discuss that. But
And anytime they write something relating to the sequels, everyone just assumes immediately that they're trying to fix the sequels.
yes, well,
Which is difficult.
I mean, as I've said before, I love them or hate them. Like, it's not a very coherent and consistent story. I was just joking about it with JJ and Ryan, kind of, tug of war with the characters, and like two kids fighting over a toy. They both want it their way, and so. Unfortunately, anytime you're going to get a story about the sequels, it is going to be considered to be fixing instead of just enhancing.
Because that's what they do.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
Enhance.
Sure someone will get that reference.
I don't even remember where it's from anymore.
How do you not remember? Super Troopers, come on.
Oh, you're right. Enhance.
Jeez.
All right, let's move on. Andor Season 2 starts filming November 21st this year.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Maybe late next year, probably early 2024, actually.
All right.
Just hopeful, crossing fingers.
Tony Gilroy has confirmed in an interview with Collider that the first shot of the season takes place in London on Monday, November 21st, 2 days before the first season's finale.
Good. That way Disney can't change their mind. Don't pull the plug on this.
It's too late.
Disney.
It's too late. We've been funded. Gilroy will work on the production for a few days, flying home for Thanksgiving, then flying back to London afterwards.
I almost think they'd wait till after Thanksgiving. Get him started.
He's getting the ball rolling.
Yep.
I mean, this news does come off of the previous announcements that we've got, like, Ariel Kleeman, Yanis Metz, and Alfonso Raspasios directing blocks of the season. He also announced the writers for Season 2. Fans of the current prison arc are going to be pleased that writer Bo William is returning, as is Dan Gilroy. Probably guilt-tripping his brother. That's why they're going home for Thanksgiving. He's like, I need to confirm with the Gilroy clan.
Gilroy.
It's also been previously announced that Tom Bissell is joining the writing team as well.
Has it ever been confirmed that Alan Tudyk will be in season? Is that absolutely confirmed?
I heard that was absolutely confirmed.
AKA K2SO? It's going to be strange because so serious season 1. Like, there's no levity in season 1. And then you're going to bring in Alan Tudyk, who is levity incarnate.
But this gets more interesting. Gilroy revealed to Collider that he's actually looking for writers with Star Wars knowledge for the new season.
Interesting.
That's in a stark contrast to Season 1, where Gilroy has admitted openly he did not want huge Star Wars fans as writers. He specifically said, Tom Bissell is really cool and really interesting, versatile, really good writer, but also a very, very big Star Wars fan, which we wanted to make sure we had another pro because we're going into Rogue One. Interesting.
So he wants to make sure nothing is...
He doesn't want to mess up canon.
Yeah, which is, say...
It's just very different. He didn't want fans of Star Wars, wanted to, kind of keep everything without it, and now he's like, now I need Star Wars people.
Well, I think he's going to cover 4 years in the next season, so there's a lot of...
You're running right up into A New Hope as well.
You're running right into A New Hope. You're kind of overlapping with Rebels, who plays with a lot of these characters, like Mon Mothma, Saw Gerrera, and so on. So I think he's just... I'd assume and I hope he just wants to be careful not to make any contradictions.
Yeah, I think that's the case as well. But it's interesting. He does say the tone of the show will stay the same. Bissell's knowledge and passion for Star Wars will surely help. I mean, obviously he's got to make connections to the rest of the galaxy, running right up into A New Hope as well as Rogue One. More Star Wars elements in the show, maybe that will make it feel more like Star Wars to people who are struggling to find that connection in this season.
Maybe that criticism has been told to him and he's going to try to add a lightsaber or two or something along those lines.
No, don't even say it. I still think he needs to run lightsaberless.
Saberless. I've been fine with it, but I as I've said 100 times, I understand the complaint that this doesn't feel like Star Wars to some. Jedi, Sith, lightsabers, space battles, which I think we'll see a little bit of space battle coming up yet.
I think we've got at least a little bit of fighting in space, yeah.
I get it. I get those people who love those sorts of things and miss them. I get it, but still, fantastic show, even without any of that. All right, well, that is all we got for you this time, so do take to the comments below. Tell us what you think of any and all of today's news. Do you want to see Snoke's backstory, or do you just don't care? Whatever the case may be, leave your comments below. Let's talk some Star Wars, and until next time, thanks for watching.